What's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway. I'm back at it. I know I haven't been posting, uploading as frequently as I used to, as I normally do. I try to do something at least once a day. As I said before, in what was it, a month ago or so, in another video, I have going back to combat sports. I had a fight. I won. If I can find footage, I will upload that so you guys can see. If you want. If you want. I don't know if everybody's into that, but look, people take pride in what they do and what they're good at. Like, if you train for a while and then you get a fight and you win, that's a very good feeling. I actually have another one coming next week on the 15th. But that's neither here nor there. I just want to let you go why I've been posting like irregularly. Like I said, being a father, I'm training. I still have a regular 9 to 5. Being a husband, and my wife beats me. No, I'm just joking. But before I jump into this video, to address why she hasn't, her job keeps her busy. Like, she's got to do 12-hour shifts, and I just do 10 hours. And when I'm at the gym, she's with the kids. So when we actually figure out how we can get everything done, look out for more Queen Sway content, because this last month has been crazy. Like I said, with me fighting again, her supporting me as much as she can. Baby, I love you and thank you for that. And just my crazy ass job that I friggin' hate. Unless you're my boss and you're looking at this, then I absolutely love. But this is Venom versus Crona, Marvel versus Soul Eater, the death battle. This dropped as of this recording a couple hours ago, 4 hours ago to be exact. So we just gonna jump right into. I haven't even watched this yet, so this is going we're gonna jump into this.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by AT&T 5G.
We wanted to give a big shout out to AT&T for helping us throw a huge RTX this year. Without them, the show wouldn't have been possible.
AT&T's 5G network is now available nationwide. Whether you're at home or on the go, you'll enjoy coverage in more places.
No, I don't
Plus,
cut this part
AT&T
out.
doesn't make it complicated. 5G access is included in all best consumer unlimited plans at
Because
no extra
as you can
cost.
see, I do my
For
intro
more
over this
information
stuff.
on AT&T 5G,
And
visit
call it lazy, call it
att.com
whatever you want. I do the whole video. This keeps reminding me I gotta do my own intro.
It's always nice to have a best friend attached to your hip, like me and my shotgun leg.
these
Again,
two
my
take
cats,
their
and actually my
friends
cat
even
Cloud
further than that.
just had
Venom,
babies,
the lethal
and they're
symbiote
around.
and Spider-Man's best frenemy.
And
I love
Crona,
the,
deadly demon sword from Soul Eater.
I love the Venom
He's whizzed
symbiote.
my boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. At the beginning of time, in the faraway reaches of space, the Clintar rose from a living darkness. One of these amorphous symbiotes was Venom.
Who was a freaking loser? Hey, don't look at me, all the goop aliens were saying it. So they kicked the poor slime ball straight off the planet.
In its exile, the symbiote underwent a number of misadventures which firmly shaped its personality. It bonded to a heroic Kree soldier rescuing refugees,
I like
a
that
violent
one.
monster who committed genocide, and apparently Deadpool.
Damn, no wonder Venom's so messed up in the head.
Eventually, the symbiote was discovered by Peter Parker, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
It gave him a
I love
pretty
the black
slick
suit.
black suit and awesome new powers.
That's old,
But after finding out it was a confused
artwork,
raging
but I love
psychopathic
the black
alien,
suit.
Pete decided to exercise
That
it
right
with the
there,
power
like,
of
yeah, I'm
Christian
with
right.
that.
A wise decision, although ill-timed, as this event would cause the symbiote to finally meet its greatest partner, Edward Brock.
Eddie was a
Not
journalist
as
with
greatest.
the
It still considers
unluckiest
Peter Parker to be
backstory
its
ever.
prime
While
host.
trying to uncover
This-
the identity of a serial killer, he blamed the wrong guy. The same day he published his article, Spidey caught the real killer, who lived right next door to the dude Eddie blamed.
Long story short, Eddie was fired from his
Yeah, I was
job,
about to say he was
divorced
fired.
by his wife, and disowned by his father.
who already blamed Eddie for his wife dying in childbirth.
On top of
Yeah.
all of that, Eddie learned he developed adrenal cancer.
And I was about to say he has
Only a
cancer,
few
and that's
months
why
left
the
to live.
symbiote left
Man,
him.
and I thought 2020 was rough. I almost don't
But
blame him for becoming a super
Rock
villain.
blames
With
Spider-Man,
all
the
hope
symbiote
lost,
blames
he
Spider-Man.
begged God to
They
take it
hated
all
each other.
away
They both hated
and got an
Spider-Man. They
answer.
want to get revenge, so
The
they join. And
symbiote.
that's
Just
actually
like
how
Captain
Venom
Planet,
showed up.
With their powers combined, these two losers became a super loser. Well, no, they actually became a horrifying monster with all of Spider-Man's powers and then some.
Their mutual hatred of Spider-Man caused the symbiote to bond to Eddie like no host ever before.
What did I just
they
say?
Were perfect, a terror in the night, an unstoppable demon. They were Venom.
What the heck?
Cured Eddie's cancer.
Sort of. It's complicated.
Apart from Spider-Man's webbing and web-crawling powers, Venom can use shape-shifting to mold his body into cool doodads. Swords, shields, tendrils, worm monster things, even wings. Yeah, imagine seeing this guy flying outside your
Yeah.
window
No.
at night. Well, good luck sleeping ever again.
Venom can camouflage his entire body.
I did
heal
not know
severe
that.
Wounds like impalement
That I
and
knew.
lost limbs. See all around him at once and psychically project emotions onto others.
I didn't
Normally,
know
this
those
just
last
makes
two.
people feel sorry for themselves, like Wiz on Tinder. But one time he convinced a bunch of other symbiotes that life was meaningless and they killed themselves. Shit, that's dark.
If
I remember
desperate,
that,
the
though.
symbiote can even invade the bodies of others and make them burst from inside out.
Gross and awesome. But if he
Hey,
doesn't
little
want to
sister.
pop them like a fun balloon, he can just
I'm gonna
paint
make
over
sure
their
you
body
see
like
this.
A creepy
Remember the
puppet
argument we
master.
had
While
over
attached to the
Spider-Man and
victim,
him
Venom
having
can control them by fusing the
refill
symbiote
his,
to their nervous system.
his web
Specifically
shooters, and you were like,
the
no, no,
brainstem
no,
and
Tobey Maguire, blah, blah, blah. And that's why I'm like,
fighting
no,
off
that's
his
not
mind
canon. I
control
went and
is
got the comic
extremely
to show you, and you're like,
difficult
screw you,
unless
hippie.
powers that can directly
That's all I'm gonna
counteract,
say.
such as another symbiote.
Oh God! Aliens, tentacles, and mind control.
Hentai.
Are you sure this episode is rated E for everyone, or do we need to start blurring stuff?
Like
Don't
that.
worry. Aside from being a horrible mass murderer, Venom's stories are completely wholesome.
Right.
Venom
Ah,
proved
my
a
face.
dangerous thorn in
Boomstick
Spider-Man's
just
side.
said what I was
frequently
thinking.
Ruined his life. Even taking a page out of my favorite book, The Most Dangerous Game, and hunting him on a private island.
Yeah, he was the coolest rival ever. But over the years, things kind of calmed down a bit. They even teamed up every so often.
Yeah.
See, even with so much anger, Eddie had a legitimate desire to protect others. As a teenager stealing his dad's car, he accidentally ran over and killed a child. Despite his desire to confess, his father forced him to plead
Just shut
innocent
the hell
and
up.
rigged the jury. The guilt has weighed him down ever since. So while Venom does have a hunger for human brains, he'd rather eat the face off a criminal than an innocent person.
Venom's as
And
tough
he eats
as
a lot
they
of
come.
chocolate
He's
because
survived
the
Ghost Rider's
stuff in
penance
chocolate
stare.
gives you the same
He's
stuff in
strong
brains.
enough to toss a tank hundreds of feet up, and fast enough to take down Spidey 2099, who once caught Mjolnir while it was moving 2,000 times the speed of sound.
Although Venom does not possess the spider sense that allows Parker to react in microseconds, he can still keep up with all the usual Spidey gallery. Plus, while symbiotes have a severe weakness to high-pitched sound and heat, he's
Yeah.
developed resistances to them.
Like when he took this giant explosion, or when he survived a sonic scream from some mutant gremlins that shattered all glass within 10 miles.
While he may be tougher to take down than most other symbiotes, Venom never fully overcame his weaknesses. However, his symbiotic genes provide far more help than harm. This includes traits and memories from other hosts, like Scorpion and Flash Thompson.
Wait. Bullets
Agent
are a
Venom.
genetic trait? How do I pass that down?
Venom would certainly need a lot of firepower to survive an encounter with the symbiote god.
Oh, geez, here we go.
At first, the Clintar symbiotes were seen as a peaceful people. But turns out they were actually living weapons forged by the primordial deity Null in an attempt to conquer the universe.
And I bet next up, Marvel decides they're magic maple syrup people from Asgardian IHOP. But okay, cosmic sludge made by alien Satan. Let's go with that.
Despite it all, Eddie and the symbiote have proven they're far more than the dark legacy the Clintar were intended for. They've even gained the respect of the Avengers and eventually considered Spider-Man a friend. Sort of. It's complicated.
Eddie really is the best pal Venom could have found. And let's be real, he just looks freaking badass.
See us everywhere, even in your nightmares.
90s. I remember
In
that.
ancient times, a demonic being known as the Kishin ravaged humanity, nearly driving all mankind into the depths of madness. This monster could only be defeated and sealed away by the god of death.
So, why is the literal god of death so goofy looking? You ever seen Death Note?
He changed his appearance to not seem so terrifying to the
If
students.
you are unfamiliar with the world
I watched,
of Soul Eater,
I watched Soul Eater.
It's different.
Well, not wanting a return of the apocalypse, Death and his oven mitts founded a school, Death Academy.
Here, warriors called Meisters would train to fight evil using the power of their souls.
They even got neat demon weapons that doubled as people. Together, they learned courage, chivalry, unbreakable friendship. You know, all that anime crap.
No, that's all the
Crona
stuff you get in anime.
was not one of these
How to win an
students.
anime fight.
Buckle up.
Fight
It's
real
all
hard,
Bloomsville
get
from
your ass
here.
whooped.
Deal with it.
Say something about how your friends need you, and you can't
Throughout their
lose.
childhood, Crona
and
was
then
abused by their
get a
mother,
sudden,
Medusa,
burst of power,
a witch obsessed with the legendary Kishi.
You can see where this is going. Anime Uma Thurman was such a fangirl she figured, hey, why don't I make my own Kishin?
Anime
So
Uma
she
Thurman.
used her child as a guinea pig in a bunch of crazy experiments. You know, it kind of sounds like something you do, Wiz.
Don't be silly, I only use actual guinea pigs. Part of Medusa's great experiment included bonding Crona to a weapon, much like the Meisters of Death Academy. However, joining with Ragnarok was a bit more literal.
Ragnarok used to
It's
be
his
your
blood.
run-of-the-mill transforming weapon person until Medusa melted him alive in black blood.
Black blood being another experiment of hers. Crona's own blood is, in fact, this same black blood, which they can remotely control. It can be used to heal wounds and even harden as a sort of internal armor.
Cooking rags in black blood turned him into a brand new weapon that was literally poured into Crona's bloodstream.
From that point on, Crona and Ragnarok were two halves of the same person. The meek and tortured child
And the sword
firmly
beats- I was just about to say,
attached
the
their
sword
loud
beats on
and
him.
brazen weapon.
And
Shut up,
he
don't-
has that black blood
I love it.
control,
Just
too.
shut up, don't-
They can
bam, bam, bam.
pour Crona around like a puppet. They can use black blood to create wings, thorny vines, all kinds of weapons, and big-ass needles. Ugh, I hate needles. What's up with that mouth when he transforms into a sword? That
He
thing's
screams.
messed up.
Like the Meisters, Crona can wield their own soul in combat, amplified by Ragnarok as a technique called screen resonance. Think of it like hooking an electric guitar up to an amp, though more akin to a screeching banshee on LSD.
I didn't know you play.
I don't. It's incredibly powerful, causing internal damage to foes and making Ragnarok vibrate to increase his cutting power. Hey, are you okay?
What?
His ears are
With
bleeding.
this weapon at their side, Crona set out on a quest to become a Kishi, which required quite a lot of homicide.
Yeah, Ragnarok can absorb the souls of dead people, and supposedly enough souls will turn Crona into the Kishin. So they went around slaughtering hundreds of people.
Despite their
cat.
name, Death Academy wasn't exactly a fan, particularly their star student, Maka Alburn.
Don't worry, she and
Left.
Crona ended up
Hook.
becoming good friends. Until they weren't. Sort of. It's complicated.
As a pawn in Medusa's mission, Crona gained several levels of new potential, notably after gaining or absorbing the powers of the monstrous Black Clown, the demon tool Brew, and even Ashura, the original Kishi.
All of which increased Crona's abilities, especially the black blood. Now Crona could turn their entire body into goop, and the slightest touch could inflict madness. That's madness with a capital M, by the way.
This madness is a corruptive effect that causes targeted variants of delusion or obsession, often spread as a wavelength. The wavelength of Crona's mad blood specifically causes violent psychosis.
Crona may be a pawn, but they're a badass. They can cut through a whole ghost ship, cover the moon with sound waves, open the moon's mouth? What the hell is wrong with that moon?
Crona and Ragnarok have held their own against multiple Death Academy students, including Maka, Death the Kid, and Black Star.
Sometimes all at once.
Kid once flew from Nevada to Egypt in less than a minute, and Black Star is even faster. He's dodged lasers and been tracked moving over 20 kilometers in 6 microseconds while approaching Baba Yaga Castle.
And Crona's been able to make enough mad blood to crush a whole goddamn Ukrainian city.
While this city isn't named, we can use a similar metropolitan area in
I
Ukraine. Kiev,
actually,
for instance.
I'm only familiar with
this
the
in mind,
anime.
Crona
I do
must
not
have
know the
created over
the
9
manga.
trillion tons of black blood, enough to fill over 6 billion Olympic swimming pools.
But Crona's a big leap from invincible. They've had their shit kicked in plenty of times, and their hardened black blood can only block so much.
Even then, Medusa's plan ultimately succeeded. After years of scheming, Crona absorbed the power of Ashura and became a Kishi.
Well, more like Kishin absorbed Crona, but close enough.
But with the power of friendship, Crona ironically wound up defeating the Kishin
The
once
power
and
of
for
friendship.
all. Despite their life being
anime.
nothing but destruction, Crona was the one who ultimately saved the world.
With an added side effect of a new madness wavelength that made everyone obsessed with boobs. Truly a positive effect on people everywhere.
Just give up. I'm tired of trying to figure out how to deal with you.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, instead of chewing on brains and souls, how about chewing on blue?
This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. If you want to increase your performance confidence in bed, try BlueChew.com.
Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
Day, night, or on a full stomach, try Blue Chew anytime.
Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to wait at the doctor's office or wait in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package.
Because they're made in the US, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper and more convenient than a pharmacy. You can get it delivered straight to your door.
Right now, we've got a special deal for our viewers. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code BATTLE. Just pay $5 shipping.
Again, that's BLUE chew.com, promo code BATTLE to try it for free.
I don't know if I'm gonna be
Thanks
uploading
again to
tomorrow
Blue Chew
or
for sponsoring
because
this episode.
tomorrow we're gonna be busy and
But right
everything.
now,
But
it's time
I just want to go on the record and
for
say,
Battle!
happy birthday, Ariana. That's my stepdaughter. Everybody, go down in the comments and wish her a happy birthday, please and thank you.
Hello?
Well, her birthday is tomorrow,
Hey, pay attention, you turd.
but like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be
Lucky
uploading or
day.
anything.
2 brains for the price of 1.
Jump.
I don't think I can handle this right now.
Splooged on his face. Oh, I didn't even give my prediction. My prediction? Venom.
Dinner time.
No. I was just about to say no. The Sonic Scream. I want to go with Venom, but I just remembered the Sonic Scream. I'm gonna stick with Venom.
He's gone?
Fritz.
What is he?
We are the ones hiding under your bed. Teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
Dong. Dong. Guillotine.
Your blood.
I know.
He's gonna make him burst from the inside. He's gonna make him burst from the inside.
Wake up, stupid!
The wings. He's gonna film. Does he have 3 swords? No, just 2. It looked like 3 for a second. No, I was right. 3.
We are the darkness. We are your nightmare. We are
You're talking too much.
I hate you.
This looks like the end. I was wrong. And he beat him just the very way I said he was going to, that friggin' screen.
Man, these symbiotes really need to stop picking fights with pink-haired anime characters. They're f***ing crazy.
Venom was certainly a tricky opponent. His shape-shifting camouflage and multitude of weapons kept Crona on guard.
You didn't
Unfortunately,
even
Venom
use that
lacked
stuff.
the power needed to keep up a prolonged fight.
Yeah, Crona matching Black Star's speed makes for a pretty clear difference. Crona could reach Mach 9,000, while Venom only topped out around Mach 2,000.
And while Venom has shown incredible physical strength that puts Spider-Man to shame, he could never compete with 9 trillion tons of mad blood.
Which, by the way, that precise control of the black blood totally meant Crona could push out any of Venom's attempt at being a puppeteer.
And Crona's shown even
Okay.
greater feats of strength as well. Assuming all of the moon's teeth are similar in size and stone, opening this jaw is equivalent to lifting over 10,000 tons.
Of course, the final nail in Eddie's coffin was
Sentinel
the fact
claims
that
to be
half
stronger.
of Crona's arsenal was sound-based, basically Venom's kryptonite.
Somewhat. Recall that Venom did gain a notable resistance to sound attacks, so we needed to determine if Crona's sonic waves were great enough to effectively harm him.
You know those gremlins who shattered every window in 10 miles with a screech attack? The symbiote barely survived it, so that's a good high end to look at.
It takes at least 100 decibels to shatter glass normally. To cover that much distance, the combined sonic blast must have equaled about 244 decibels. In contrast, in order to engulf the moon, Crona's sonic waves must have reached over 275 decibels.
And yes, that's considering the weird size and shape of the moon. Ugh, just look at that freaky thing.
Sure, 275 doesn't seem that much more than 244, but decibels increase on a logarithmic rate.
Yeah, it
This
is.
means Crona's sound attack was actually over 1,000 times stronger.
Vinny for sure wasn't surviving that.
Eddie and the symbiote held their own with versatility, but Crona and Ragnarok had them beat in destructive power, blistering speed, and an arsenal that could take advantage of Venom's key weakness.
Looks like Venom just got Ragnaroked.
Ragnarok.
The winner is Crona.
I was wrong. I was going for Venom,
Thanks
but
for watching this episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DB merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
Attention, blue team! This is the red.
looks like red versus blue. But hey, I was wrong this time. It happens. I was rooting for my man Venom. But I also said when I thought about it, the Sonic thing was how he was going to be the loser. So I was wrong. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I do a lot of death battle stuff. I do death battles, but I also do epic rap battles and things to that degree. Anything I find entertaining, especially like live action fights. And when I say live action, I mean like people. It's a channel I cover every once in a while called Lil Cray Cray. Because as I said, I fight. For those of you that are new, just look at my my subscription button. It's literally me overhand writing the hell out of somebody. And yes, I won that fight. We'll be back at you with more content. I'm trying to pump out as much as I can. I don't make any promises because, well, as I said, tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. I don't like saying stepdaughter. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. We'll be celebrating that. I'll be back at it on Wednesday. I might make some stuff tonight that I can upload for tomorrow. So, but again, baby, happy birthday. I'm King Sway, and we're going to catch you in the next one.